Hi everyone, it's Renee McLennan here from the town of Bassendean. As we know, there's been a lot going on in our world in the last couple of weeks, and there's also been a lot happening here in Bassendean that I wanted to update you about. So last night Council met for our March meeting. It was the first time that Council has met remotely via an e-meeting, and we're doing this for the foreseeable future so that everybody can stay home and stay safe. So this means that there's not a physical location for members of the community to come and participate in the meeting, but we still really want to encourage people to be involved in the decisions that affect you. So our meetings will continue to be live streamed, and if people have questions about any of the agendas that are coming up in the coming months, we encourage you to submit questions in advance of the meeting so that we can address them for you. So on last night's agenda, there were lots of items that have had significant community interest. So one of them was around the potential sale of the town-owned lot on Morley Drive East. So as many of you would know, the town was approached by the adjacent landowner to purchase the town-owned lot with the intention of amalgamating the two sites and developing them for mixed use, so a combination of residential and commercial development. So we recently went out to community consultation and got lots of feedback from the community saying that they want to see something happening on that site and that they were supportive of the sale of the town-owned lot, but also that there was a desire to see that site developed in a timely manner. So Council endorsed the sale of the town's lot last night, so it will change hands. Now the new owner will need to submit a development application to the town and ultimately to the JDAP, the Joint Development Assessment Panel, before any development on that site can be approved and commenced. So we're really looking forward and hoping to see some new development on that land in the coming years so that the amenity of the area for the people of Eden Hill can really be improved. We had a few new policies on the agenda last night. One of them was around single-use plastics. So we know that sustainability and waste reduction is really important to our community. So this policy really formalises the town's previous ban on single-use plastics on all town events. So we'll be providing information on our website that will allow community and event organisers to access different sources of alternative products for events so that we can all really work together and reduce the impact of single-use plastics in our community. And it's great to be part of a community and a council that wants to show leadership in this area. We also had a policy last night about tree retention. So trees are another theme that consistently comes through as something that we really value as a community. And we've been working hard to increase the tree canopy, particularly on public land, on verges and in our reserves. But where we're losing a lot of tree canopy is on privately owned land. So particularly when developers come in, clear a lot to make way for new development and new buildings. So the policy that Council endorsed last night is really to provide an incentive to developers to retain mature trees on site, and also a requirement to plant a minimum number of new trees when developments occur. We also had our new verge policy on the agenda, and it was endorsed by Council. So this is really exciting. It's something the community has worked hard on. So thank you to everybody who has had involvement. And what it does is it really makes it very simple for people to transform their verges into more sustainable, productive and social spaces. So now people will have the ability to plant edible plants and fruit trees on their verges, to install raised planter boxes, and also to install some infrastructure such as little free libraries without the same approval processes that have previously been required. So this is really exciting, particularly at the moment when people are very aware of the need to be able to produce food locally. On that same theme, we had our local law on the agenda last night, and one component of that local law related to the keeping of chickens within the town. So we're aware that a lot of people are keen to keep chickens, to be able to produce their own eggs. And some of the changes that we made to the local law compared to the previous one really allow property owners with smaller lots to have the ability to keep chickens, but still balancing the need for public health and the needs of your neighbours. So if you're interested in keeping chickens, it might be worth having a look and see what is now allowed within the town. The Whitfield Safe Active Street tender was also endorsed last night. So work on the Whitfield Safe Active Street is due to commence in early May. As we know, there's a lot of things up in the air at the moment, and Potentially that could be delayed due to the coronavirus, but at this stage we're planning that work will start at the beginning of May, and if it all goes to schedule, it should be finished by the end of August. Now, last week we had a special council meeting specifically around the town's response to the coronavirus. I mentioned previously that one of the things that was coming out of that was the Neighbour Assist program that the town has initiated. So that began this week. We now have a dedicated helpline available to members of our community, particularly those who are vulnerable and isolated. We have it staffed from 9 till 6 weekdays, and our staff are able to provide any information, referrals and support to people in our community who are in need. So we really encourage you to spread awareness of this service to people in our community so everyone can get the help that they require at the moment. So the number for that helpline is 9377 8099, and as I said, please spread the word about that service. So on that note, I'd really like to encourage everybody to continue to look out for each other. It's been really heartwarming to see our community come together and support each other during this challenging time. Please all stay home, stay connected and stay safe.